She's a diamond. She's a diamond girl. She's a diamond. Diamond, diamond, diamond.
Hi YouTube, it's Princess Diamond. Welcome back to my channel. Let's do some small boho knotless braids today. Typically I do like medium size, but today we're going to do a little bit smaller. So I am starting out with sectioning her hair into 4 parts. I typically like to do this to start, and then I'll go and create my rows from ear to ear straight across. Now I do have a full in-depth parting tutorial already. I'll link it right here. For anyone who is interested, you can go and check that out. Now that is more for like medium size knotless braids. So if you want a full parting tutorial for small knotless braids, let me know down in the comments below and I'll try to get that out. But in the meantime, again, you can check out this video for the parting tutorial. So once I have my 4 sections created, it just makes it a lot easier for me to see what I'm doing and know where to put my rows and everything like that. Just a lot easier to work with. I am starting out working with clean hair. If you see some white flakes, it's just from dry scalp. Just wanted to throw that out there. The hair that I'll be using is from Curlsqueen. Absolutely love their packaging. You can tell that they did take their time with it, and it also came with this bonnet and a brush, and the hair itself also came in a separate like satin or silk bag just to keep the hair protected, and a cute little thank you card. Now I did get their NaturalDeepWave curl pattern, so this is their deep wave curl texture. I did get 3 bundles and they were all 24 inches long. What I will say about this hair though is that I did notice that it did taper at the ends, and so I would have loved to see it full from end to end, from the blunt end all the way to the other end. However, the hair was so long that at the very end I was able to just trim and cut away some of those tapered ends, and I still had a very good length. You guys will see, or you've already seen in the beginning. I have not worked with this brand in a shorter length, so I don't know if the shorter lengths would be the same thing, like the same way as far as like the tapering. So I would recommend going with longer length just to be on the safe side. In case you have to cut off some, I would go with longer lengths because again, I haven't worked with the shorter length, so I'm not sure if it would do the same thing. So I'm starting out with my first row. For this parting, I had a total of 9 rows. So the first section that I started with, which is this back section from her ears down, it had a total of 3 rows, and this is the first row that I'm working on. And with this first row, I did purposely start the curly hair past her nape area just so that way it would not tangle up as easy on her. So it'd be a little bit more easier for her to manage. And I'm starting out doing the knotless braids using regular braiding hair. So this is just the regular synthetic braiding hair. And then I will go in and add in the human hair curls. The product that I'm using for her hair is the BTL braiding gel. That's what you see on my wrist. I will link that down below in the description. And then also the Curlsqueen hair will also be linked down in the description for you guys to check out for those who are interested. So again, as I said, I am braiding past her nape area before I add in any curls just to avoid it from tangling. You can also just skip this first bottom row without putting any curls, but we just wanted to make this really full. And so now after I've passed her nape area is when I add in my first curly hair piece. I did start out with putting 4 pieces of the curly hair on every braid, and then I put 1 piece of the curly hair at the very end of every braid as well. So total, each braid had 5 curly pieces. This was like the first maybe 3 or 4 rows that I did this, and then after a while I increased it. I started putting 5 pieces, but you guys will see here shortly. I just wanted to show you guys again how I'm adding in the curly hair. And again, at the ends, I am adding in another piece of the curly hair. And so I'm adding it in the same way. I'm just going to braid all of the pieces in and not leave anything out. And then I'm going to take a small section and I'm going to create a loop and knot it up a couple times. Here is what the first braid looks like, and I did the same thing that first row, and I did the same thing the second row as well. And once I got to the third row, I started to put in that first curly hair piece a little bit closer to her root. Not too close, just a little bit closer than where I was putting it in the first row. I'm such a book lover, so I love seeing my clients come in with a book and reading. It's just, I know it's just so peaceful, especially when you're doing braids like this that takes hours and hours and hours. I actually had a client come in one time and I recommended a book to her that I had, and she was like, "Do you mind if I read it?" And I was like, "Sure." I gave it to her. Y'all, she read the whole book, that appointment. I was shocked, but I loved it, and it actually made me want to put like a little bookshelf in this room. So I've been meaning to look for a nice cute little bookshelf that I can put in this room and put just a couple books. So that way if anyone wants to come and pick out a book and just sit and read, they can do so. Because I don't know about y'all, but I'm never in the chair, and that's one thing like I want to experience is have someone do my hair for 8 hours and read a full book in that whole sitting. And I don't mind talking to my clients. I love chatting it up with my clients, but I get a lot of people that say, "Ugh, I just want to start reading more." And I just feel like this is the perfect time to read. Like when you're sitting in somebody's chair for 8, 9, 10 hours, this is a great time to pick up a book and read and get through it. Anyways, so now that I'm higher up on her head, you can see that I started putting the curls sooner on the braid, and then I also started putting in 5 curls on the braid and 1 on the end, so just a little bit more, and this is just to make it as full as possible. And at the very top, I added in the first piece of curl as I was doing the knotless braid part. So you can see that first section is the braiding hair, and then I added another piece of the braiding hair, and then I'm now going to add in that curly hair while I'm still doing the knotless part of the braid. So that way the curl is more closer to her root. And then I believe with this one, I may have added 6 curls to the braid and 1 on the ends, but I am going to show you guys. Okay, so just so you can get a visual of the spacing, this is what it looks like at the very top. So yep, I added 6 pieces to this braid at the top and 1 piece was added to the end. And this is the final result. Now this is after I've added, the only thing I've added so far was oil to her scalp. So I've added no product to the hair itself. You guys see how big and full and fluffy. This hair is so fluffy, okay? If you love the fluffy look, definitely go for this hair. I am going to dip these in boiling hot water, but I did want to just at least show you guys what it looks like in just its natural state. Okay, so now I'm going to dip these in hot water, and this is just going to lay it down a little bit more, also seal the ends, and just help the braids be a little bit more loose, so that way it's not just so stiff and just sticking straight. After I dip it in hot water, I did add mousse as well as oil sheen to the hair So again, just keep on watching. You guys will see me do all of that, and then you'll see the final result. And here is the final look. Let me know what you guys think. Do you like the fullness? Do you think it's full enough? I like the fullness. I like when it's big and full and very curly. I like when the curls kind of like over dominate the braids and you can't really see the braids too much. But let me know you guys' thoughts. Drop some comments down below. If you like the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thank you, Curlsqueen, for the hair. Y'all be sure to check it out down in the description below. And I'll talk to you guys in my next video. I hope you guys be blessed, stay protected, and stay filled with love and peace.